I've been on Antoine Winfield Jr.'s bandwagon for a long time.
The legacy that he was playing under is huge. His father was a huge star in this conference at Ohio State, went on to play a long time in the NFL, a lot of those years in Minnesota, and here it is, his son, his namesake, is playing in that same state. So there were big shoes to fill, and he stepped up for that.
You're talking about a guy who makes an all-decade team, who basically had one full year on the gridiron where he was a key cog on his team.
2019, I'm not sure any defensive player had a better season than he did, except for probably Chase Young.
He's another guy that if he played on a blue blood team, he was at Ohio State, he was at Michigan State, he was at Michigan, he was at Alabama, he was at Clemson. Not only would he have been All-American, he would have been a Thorpe Award winner.
Look at what Antoine Winfield did for the Minnesota Gophers defense when he was healthy this season. He elevated that defense to another level.
The numbers were phenomenal last year. 88 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 111 yards and returning punts with a touchdown.
Here's a guy who was an interception machine. He was a really good tackler. He's an undersized guy for a safety, but absolutely willing to go up there and lay the wood.
Antoine Winfield Jr. came up to make a great play.
When Minnesota needed a play to be made defensively at the most critical times, Winfield came up with it. And not from the corner position, not as a linebacker, but as a safety.
Fresno State. I've never seen anything like this as long as I've been around college football or football in general, where a kid in back-to-back years makes the play to win the game in back-to-back years, and he's not a running back, he's not a quarterback, he's not a wide receiver. From the safety position, back-to-back years, interceptions that puts the Fresno State game away.
It's picked off! Oh my goodness, it's Winfield!
The biggest game in recent history for the Gophers, playing number 4 Penn State at home.
The Penn State game in 2019 in Minneapolis. So much buildup. Arguably the biggest game in Gopher history in half a century. And he played lights out.
With the whole country watching, and when I say that Winfield had a monster game, that's an understatement. He was all over the field, defending passes, defending the run, 2 interceptions.
And it's intercepted again by Antoine Winfield.
This guy is a true All-American.
They don't win or have the season they have without Antoine Winfield, because he totally changed that defense and the energy of that football team by his presence on the football field.